disapproval rating. This is huge. Huge, huge, huge. And his approval rating in his own party is down 4 from 80. So here you have, going into midterms, a number of senators who are fighting for their lives, re-election speaking, discussing their political re-elections. They're fighting for their lives. And when you look at the negatives of this president, 53%, when you look at the enthusiasm in his own party, which is at a historic low, when you look at amongst independents, his approval rating is as low as 35%. Give or take a point, depending on which poll you look at, still like 30 and not above 35. This is a problem going into midterms. This is not going to, this means that and you have people like Mark Udall out in Colorado saying, no, please don't come campaign with me. There are a number of Democrats that are trying to run away from him in his policies. He's horrible on foreign policy. 58% disapproval. Horrible on the economy. 54% disapproval. In Iraq, it's 52% disapproval. Not good. There's not a lot of good news. And then you have the revision in terms of the first quarter shrink. It's up a whole other percentage point. Business investments down. It's not looking so good. So he was hoping to maybe pivot from Iraq to the economy. Nope, that's done. So where else are you going to look at? Maybe let's talk about women again. Let's talk about some women. Women. Oh, you're horribly oppressed. It's so bad. Women. Oh, no men want to give you money. Oh. That's what it's going to be. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, don't look over there. That's the economy. The economy would be better if women just had more money. Oh, why does people hate you women? Oh my gosh, women. War on Women hashtag. With their whole working families thing. That's why they talk so damn much about women. Women, people don't pay you to have babies. It's so horrible. People should pay you to be mothers. I don't want to give them ideas. Heaven forbid. That's why they're focusing so much on that. He has nowhere else to go. Nowhere else to go. And he will not deal with these issues. Nowhere else to go. He can't talk about the economy because he's awful. And the public knows it. He can't talk about Iraq because it's fallen apart. He's made some boneheaded decisions. The public knows it. He can't talk about gosh, what can he talk about? It's probably easier to try to figure out maybe what he can talk about. There's nothing. It's everything is from Iraq, doesn't matter. Wow. It's just bad. It's just bad all the way around. He should put all of his worries, lock all of his worries away. Lock all of his worries away in a gun box. Just saying. No, actually, seriously though, I'm a parent and my kids are old enough that I have introduced them, for the past several years to firearm safety. They know about firearms. They know how to handle them safely. They know what to do if they come across one because, I believe that education is the antidote to ignorance. There are 4 words in my house that I used to describe my gun safety plan as a parent. Safe storage, quick access, super simple. And there's a solution if that's yours and you haven't been able to find anything that fits it. It's called the gun box. The gun box gives you just that, safe storage and quick access so you can defend responsibly. It has a sensor and an audible alarm. You can just swipe something over that RFID sensor and the box opens. You can use your fingerprint, the box opens. It's made with aircraft strength aluminum alloy. Nothing's getting into it. Ryan Hyde, the guy who invented the gun box, he dared his kids to go bust it open with hammers in the driveway. Nothing's getting into this thing. And if anybody tries, actually, they're going to be blasted away from it by an audible alarm. It's a really cool looking thing. A lot of people don't even know what it is when they see it. And when they see how it works, it's amazing. This is a technology-based solution that keeps families safe and it protects your Second Amendment rights as well. You can keep your kids safe with the gun box from the thing that you use to keep, the gun box keeps your kids safe from the thing that you use to keep your kids safe. See, that's right there by your bedside. If it's right there on your nightstand. And by the way, Ryan wants you to know that no government involvement was necessary for them to provide the right solution for gun safety around kids. Safe storage, quick access so you can defend responsibly. TheGunbox.com. Go to TheGunbox.com. We got headlines up next. Keep it here.
This is The Dana Show. Talk lines are open now at 866-455-9797. This is The Dana Show.
DanaRadio.com. You can also find me on Twitter at DLash as well. I've been posting on my Facebook page, not the Dana Show page, but my personal one. Pygmy owl videos. Have you seen a pygmy owl, Kevin?
No. No, explain, please.
I like little pygmy animals. I don't know why. Why are you? You're like immediately like, it sounds like you're trying to be mean to me.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay. Like pygmy goats? I kind of want a pygmy goat as well.
Why is that?
I want to I want a dog, but I like animals, but I don't want just, I don't want like a poodle. I don't want to hear it. I've heard it from my mother already about poodles. Don't. I don't want, I would like a German Shepherd or even a Pit or something like that. And I don't want to hear pit bulls or, no. It's a lot of times they're abused, and when they're abused and they're not taken care of, obviously anybody would be angry if they were, there's so many of those stories are people who don't take care of their animals. And I've had dogs my whole life. And I don't know why, but I love pygmy owls. I love owls. I love the way they look. They look like they're accusing you of something every time they look at you. Like they're so angry and are very serious. They're very stern. And the pygmy owl, though, it is the most adorable thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I was thinking, I might be able to solve two stones with one bird, I guess, to put it that way. They're adorable. They're tiny, and they can fit in your hand. They can sit right there in your hand. They're little bitty tiny. I love them. Anyway, I told you I have a squirrel problem in my yard, right? And I told my kid, I'm like, look, you get your rifle. For every squirrel you get, I'll give you $5. Those things have been shredding my garden. And we don't grow a garden just to, and I've never gardened in Texas. We've always gardened in Missouri. I know how to deal with, I know what to expect with weather and how to plant. So this was a little bit of an experiment. We don't garden as a hobby. I actually garden so that I get produce out of my own garden. You know what I mean? So I don't have to spend as much at the store when, we try to be normal people like Hillary Clinton and go to the store. So my tomatoes were doing amazingly well. And then these squirrels, I've been in this war with squirrels, which I think are a plague upon the earth. I hate those animals so bad. I want to get them and do to them like they used to do to pirates off the coast of off the coast of South Carolina. I want to get those squirrels and string them up right there in front of my garden as a lesson to all the other squirrels that are watching from the trees. This could happen to you. So I thought, well, if I had a pygmy owl, what do pygmy owls love to eat? Owls in general love to eat meat. Okay? He could go and get the squirrels for me. And they're pretty big. They could just shred them to pieces. Rip their little faces off. I have something solved. I get to save my tomatoes. And I also have an adorable pet owl who's well fed. To me, that sounds like a win-win. And then I started researching all this stuff about owls and pygmy owls. And pygmy owls, you have to keep them tethered if you're not around them, and which I don't really like the idea of that. And it kind of makes me sad. But then, you have to have a little enclosure, which I could totally build for it. And they get really attached to their caregivers. And this is what I love about owls. See, Kevin, owls are kind of like us. They hate all the other owls except for their offspring and their mate. And they're like little owl friends. They're kind of they're like mountain men in a way. Anyway, I just think I want one so bad. They're adorable. And then I started looking at pygmy goats. Have you ever seen a pygmy goat?
I have not.
They're like the normal ones, but smaller.
Oh, okay.
They're the most adorable things ever. I kind of want one. But then goats kind of scare me too. So it would have to be, because I had a horrible experience once at a children's amusement park in St. Louis. Not an amusement park. It was like, I don't know what you would call it. It was called Grants Farm. What am I thinking of?